watching the warm-up presented by your local North Texas GEICO agents. 4 weeks left in the season, and the playoff action, well, it's heating up. North Texas playoff teams could be carpooling this week. We've got 3 games at AT&T Stadium, 4 games at Baylor's McLean Stadium, and 2 Saturday games at the Star. That's 3 locations for 9 games. Not bad. Let's start with previewing the games at Jerry World on the Friday after Thanksgiving. Duncanville will finally get a postseason test as they face Arlington Martin. The Warriors just finished taking a trip to Odessa Permian and put up 70 points on Mojo on their home field. Bob Wager always has some tricks planned on special teams and defense. But can they move the ball on that Panther defense that caused 4 turnovers last week? And the Duncanville running game was on point too, as they rushed for over 500 yards last Saturday. Following that game will be the rematch everyone has been waiting for. Highland Park versus Lone Star. The Rangers beat Highland Park at Highlanders Stadium earlier this season 30-19 behind a remarkable night by wide receiver Marvin Mims. Since then, Lone Star has been cruising along as the #1 team in 5A in the state. However, Randy Allen and the Scots have been preparing for this game for 2 weeks now and will be ready. This one will definitely be a battle, but we're expecting the Scots to pull this one out. And finally, Red Oak takes on Aledo in the nightcap at AT&T Stadium. Aledo didn't have its usual Bearcat kind of regular season. They lost once and really struggled against Midlothian, but their road to the regional semifinals has not been tough. Jace McClellan is as healthy as he has been for a while, as he ran for 240 yards and 5 scores against Royce City. Red Oak let a big lead get away from them against Braswell, but still hung on for the win. Being a big underdog may be what the doctor ordered for these Hawks, though. They have been proving their doubters wrong all season. Down at Baylor, 4 DFW teams will be in action this weekend. Friday afternoon, Argyle tries to fight through an injury-plagued backfield to beat Brownwood. The Eagles are down to their 3rd-string halfback, but the offense has been running smoothly through quarterback Bo Hogaboom, as he threw 8 touchdowns last week. Later Friday, Dallas Jesuit takes on Klein Collins at McLean Stadium. The Rangers pulled off the upset of the playoffs so far by beating Longview last Friday night 27-25. EJ Smith is powering through a broken hand and making things happen for Jesuit. They will be another heavy underdog against Collins Friday night, but with this team, who knows what they can accomplish. Saturday afternoon at 1 p.m., Rockwall takes on Klein Oak in a 6A region semifinal game. Everyone saw how the Jackets made it to this point. The reverse pass on the 2-point conversion. What a gutsy call by head coach Rodney Webb to go for 2 with his best player on the sidelines with cramps. But with great risk comes great reward, and Rockwall got past Allen to face Klein Oak. From all indications, this one should be a toss-up, but we'll give it to Rockwall because of one man, Jackson Smith-Njigba. And finally, the Prosper Eagles take on the Woodlands at 7 p.m. down at Baylor Saturday night. Prosper's defense has been solid throughout the season. Take away a game or 2. And quarterback Jackson Berry is hot, so they could give the Woodlands a game. Those who want to stay in town this Saturday, there's a great doubleheader at the Star at 11 a.m. Birdville and Colleyville Heritage play each other in a rematch of a game Birdville won. Following that game, Denton Geyer takes on Arlington. I got to wonder what kind of encore Coach John Walsh and the Wildcats have for their thrilling come-from-behind victory over Cedar Hill last week. Tune in to Inside High School Sports this Saturday, not only for your playoff action, but for the emotional story of Flower Mound receiver Carson Winters, who almost died after a routine hit. You'll definitely want to see that one. Also, we're giving out our Impact Player of the Year bobblehead. But before we go, it's time for the extra point. First off, we want to congratulate all the UIL state volleyball champions. Lovejoy and Byron Nelson both brought home winning titles. And Plano West was runner-up in 6A to Byron Nelson, in which the game went 5 sets, and Twitter has claimed it to be an instant classic matchup. Denton Geyer had a big win over Cedar Hill to advance them to the regional round of playoffs. And this rare sighting of John Walsh's fancy feat has taken the web by storm. We all know that announcers are supposed to be unbiased on the call, but in a showdown for the ages, how can you be?
J.J. Williams will make the catch in the back of the end zone. Holy cow! Yes, sir. I want some high fives in the booth right now. Come on now. There it is. You're right. Yes, they're going to the regional quarterfinals. They have beat the Allen Eagles 60-59. I've got goosebumps. I got to pee. It's just so many things going on here in the booth right now. My mom just texted from Lampasas to let me know that Rockwall won over Allen 60-59.
Thank goodness we have her. Yeah. So we're going to announce that here in a second.
Yeah. So thanks, Mom.
That's all we have for this week's episode. To stay up to date with all things inside high school sports, follow our social accounts. We have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. That'll get you ready for the highlight of the sports weekend. Wingstop Inside High School Sports, Saturday at 6:30 p.m. on NBC5, hosted by Pat Jones. Thank you for watching The Warmup, presented by your local North Texas GEICO agents. To find the office nearest you, go to geico.com/DFW. I'm Ashley Bullington, and I hope you've gotten warmed up for the regional round of playoffs.